Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of my wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. And how I love you all so. You're all super duper wonderful, super duper beautiful and super duper delicious. Okay, and I hope that you're all having a super duper time wherever you are in the world right now, okay? So what do? 3, 2, 1, beam me up, my juicy little lads. Yes, they're very bright. Thank you, little lads. Okay, now then, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to any passers-by. And I hope that you too are having a super duper time wherever you are in the world and that life is treating you oh so deliciously. So, much love, okay? Now then, my weather in my old neck of the woods in the old UK, okay? Well, the wind's picking up. It's not raining today, okay? But it is still super duper cold out there, okay? And I'm going to be honest with you, yes, I did my Gemini video and I was wearing red. But then I've put this top on because I want to talk about something else, okay? And by the way, can I just please say thank you, dear God Jesus Christ of Nazareth, God bless for my heating, okay? I've done this for a reason, everybody, okay? It's like, if we look at life, it's like sometimes you have 2 layers. There we go. Okay, so you have one layer, then another. It's a little bit like a sweet wrapper, you know, like a chocolate wrapper or an onion. There we go, onion, I'd say, okay? So, you know, quite sour, but tastes most delicious in a dish, okay? Now then, so, and that doesn't mean no, by the way, my delicious little babies, okay? I was just looking at my old Barnet, okay? Because I have to stop saying wig. Do you know what I mean? And if anybody watch my Cribbo video, they'll see, you know what I mean? Because words are spells. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes, so we need to be ahead of the game here. You getting me? Okay, please and thank you. So, I want to kick this off because there is something that I want to say. Oh, the sun is shining now, so what do? The sun has got his hat on, hip 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 hooray. So it wasn't sun shining just a moment ago, but anyway. So must be bringing a little bit of light on the subject, mustn't we? Okay, so the first thing I want to say, actually, let's go backwards. Okay, so I mentioned a song a while back on one of my videos. Yes, I did. Okay, and this song, for all of you wonderful and delicious little babies out there, right? And I hope that you're all having a super duper time, you know, because the atmosphere has changed, as we know. But I hope that you're all super duper well, okay? My delicious little babies, ride the storm. Please remember what I say, ride the storm, okay? Now then, this is on YouTube, and if you could please look in the subscribe, sorry, not subscribe, well actually, if you look in the subscribe, oh, something's made me say something now, hasn't it? In the subscribe box, it should say, Keep the Best Alive. That's actually what it's called. That's the name of the YouTuber, you know, who's uploaded it. Keep the Best Alive. Okay, that's the name. I'm not being sarcastic, my delicious little babies. That's what it's called, yes. But if you look in and you actually type into Style Council, if you please type Style Council, yes. Walls come tumbling down, lyrics. Okay, my delicious little babies, it doesn't mean lyrics twice, I'm saying lyrics. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes, because this is not only about one thing, this is about around the world. All over the world, Okay, so I'm just pointing something out, my delicious little babies. So if you could please just take a little listen. Now, the next one, so let's just tick this off, my delicious little babies. Okay, is right. Now, as you all very well know, my delicious little babies, for those of you who are so very kind, and thank you, God bless you, for even taking the time to even listen to me. See what I mean? See, my shoulders are going up because, you know, at the end of the day, I'm only trying to give out information. I'm only trying to do what I can do is, rewind and start again. I'm only doing what I can do as one woman. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, there we go. Okay. But I was very much into our lovely Michael Jackson. Not in that way, everybody. Okay, when I was young. Okay, and I absolutely adored. I really did. You know, see my shoulders. I adored his music, and I still do to this day. You know. So regardless what anybody says to me, okay, I just have my own views on things. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Yes? I mean, you know, everybody can rock and roll in whatever way they want to rock and roll. Do you see what I mean? That's their prerogative, you know. It's a bit like Bobby Brown, isn't it? It's my prerogative, do-do-do. I can do what I want to do. It's my prerogative, do-do-do. Yes? Okay? Everybody following? Yes? So I actually have this album, as this so happens. And this album, it's like Motown, it's a Motown, okay? But what it is, if you could please go into the YouTube space bar again, please, and thank you, my delicious little babies. And it's a song, and the song is with Michael Jackson, Just a Little Bit of You, okay? And it's Michael Jackson, and it's on YouTube. So the thing is, you know, you only have to type that in, Just a Little Bit of You, Michael Jackson, YouTube, okay? And it'll come up, okay? But you can even type in for the lyrics, very important there we go, the lyrics to this song. So when you type it in, Just a Little Bit of You, lyrics, okay? You're going to get where I'm coming from, okay? Please and thank you, my delicious little babies, yes, because words, very important. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies, yes? So, you know, just a little bit of you every day can surely keep the doctor away. Follow me, my delicious little babies, yes? Okay? Okay, so let's tick this off. Then finally, okay, so we have, if you could please type this in, my delicious little babies, yes? If you could please type into the space bar in old YouTube, because I've got to be honest, I've been looking at other sites, yes? I mean, I know that you got old Crimbo and all that that's gone on. Do you get what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? So we're all getting that, aren't we? So we know how that rocks and rolls, you know? You got the believers and you got, you know, daydream believer and a homecoming dream. Sorry, that's just coming to me all noddle. Wake up, sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen? Okay, something's just making me do these bad things today, please. It's not mad, actually. I know exactly what I'm doing. Okay, my delicious little babies. Okay, so if you could please go into the space bar on YouTube, and if you could please type in, and I happen to find this very important now, and yes, some may say, you know, oh, you know, do not believe everything that you hear. Anyway, I'll get back to that in a moment. But at the end of the day, because I've done it on another video, but as far as I'm concerned, we need to be very aware of this. And of course, you know, I've been saying things over the months, you know, because really, when I heard this video today, and God bless the dear lady who, you know, has this video, I think she's got 209,000 subscribers. Okay, just happened to come up on my feed. So let's just tick this off, my delicious little babies. It's really amazing, isn't it, how certain things are coming up on my feed? Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes? But if you could please type in Bill Gates announces the next pandemic. I call it a pandemic, everybody, as you all know, my delicious little babies, but this is called a pandemic, okay? Bill Gates announces the next pandemic date and outbreak location. Look at that. So not only does this virus know when to clock in and when to clock out, but it even knows what different parts of the country, no matter what country we're in, it even knows, what different locations to go to. Is everybody following me, my delicious little babies? Yes, please and thank you. Okay. Now, what you need to look at, my delicious little babies, if you please look in subscribe, it should say redirecting. Okay, so I will repeat that once more. Redirecting Proverbs 31, then S for sugar, ... That's what you should be seeing, my delicious little babies. Yes, okay. Very interesting, actually. Well, actually, when it was shown on the screen, I already know who they are, okay? So I already know how this is rocking and rolling. Now, for some of you delicious and wonderful little babies out there, you'll know who they are. But for others of you, you will not know. I'm pretty sure on one of my videos, actually, I've already ticked it off, my delicious babies. So that's all the news for today. All the information, please and thank you. Just put my book back. Okay. That's, you know, at the end of the day, one always wonders, don't they? Why? And I did a video actually that seems to have had right now quite a lot of views. My delicious little babies, yes. Because even though I never mentioned who it was when I was, you know, when I put out my video with the old China, you know, the old teen China. Something's just made me say that, okay? That, and I wouldn't mention them. And there's a reason why, because sometimes if we look at life, I'm not going to say, by the way, and I have to say this now, yes? I'm not going to say about that Proverbs 31, you know, when you look at and when you get, there we go, and when you get the information. I'm not going to say that because I actually see what's on this video as being, there we go, before I even say it, something different. There we go, okay? It's something different, yes? Sometimes, you know, I suppose like anybody, you know, you have to earn a ka-ching, and then when you actually get into it, you look in between the lines, you know, and then you say to yourself, I know it sounds like I'm talking in riddles, my delicious little babies, but please take a look at what I've, you know, what I'm suggesting rather, okay, please and thank you. So I'm not saying it about those who happen to show up on a little screen. I'm not saying that, because I can see exactly how this is rocked and rolled, okay? Bang, 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 yes I can, okay? But the one who I was talking about, my delicious little babies, that's a different matter indeed. And the reason why is that when somebody has letters, what is it, before their name or after their name? Get me? And you have such a large following. Get me? Please and thank you, my delicious little babies, yes? Well, one has to wonder, don't they? Do you see? Just looking at my beautiful dear little spirit guides. Okay, because they also happen to agree with me. Flicker, flicker, flicker. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes? So, very interesting video. Now, some may believe, some may not. But this is the whole point, what I've been saying over the months. It's like, you know, it's like they're wanting you not to believe. Do you see what I'm saying? So then you get so many who do not believe. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my little lovelies? Yes? Because at times it sounds so ridiculous. It sounds, which it does, my delicious little baby, so ridiculous to even believe it, that you wouldn't believe it. But I flipping, let me tell you, I'm well on the flipping ball. Bang, bang, bang. Yes, I flipping am. And as long as I've got a breath in my body, my dear little beautiful, sorry, and delicious little babies out there, for all of you, every single one of you, I will keep going. That's what I'm saying. You got two. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes, now then, I want to say something else. Now, yes, I mean, I've been mentioning about videos with our Mr. Gaddafi. Pretty sure, sorry, that I mentioned one with Saddam Hussein. Okay? And what I'm saying to you is, yes, and there's other African presidents and, you know, who have been assassinated, basically, yes? Okay? Now they want to do it to Mr. Putin. So, do you see what I'm saying to you? It's not just what I hear, by the way, okay? It's what I know. It's like I can smell something. Do you see what I'm saying to you, yes? It's like when these, who we know, because you must always remember, you got the putrid governments here, and then you got them behind. Look how this is small and look how this is larger, okay? That's how I'm trying to explain it to you, my delicious little babies, yes? But they seem to be running out of effing bullets. Yes, they flipping do. Okay? There we go. Ah, yes. Okay? Because I do not feel, my delicious little babies. Now, for those of you out there, you may not believe in Mr. Putin. For others of you, you may believe in it. But here's what I believe about Mr. Putin. Let me just say what my thoughts are, yes, on my old noddle, okay? Ding, ding, ding. So we're back to ding, ding, ding again, yes? That I believe when he first started, that, there we go, before I even say it, that, you know, it's as though you have to go into a situation. Yes, so you go into that situation and really, you do not really know anything. We go back to when we're younger. Do you see what I'm saying to you? So even though you could have family, you could have friends who, you know, hold positions in this, that and the other, and then somewhere it comes into the mix where you end up sadly in that situation, in that world, okay? But as time's gone on, yes, I can see, I've got to understand it, ding, ding, ding. I have got to understand this now. Now, I have said on various videos over the months that, yes, okay, communism, China, yes, it is under communism, yes, China and Russia, sorry. Do forgive me, I got that incorrect. Do forgive me, okay? Yes, it is. But then at the same time, I'm seeing where our Mr. Putin is coming from here. Yes, I flipping am. And I can also say, and I wasn't stumbling for no other reason, I'm saying it for a fact, he does not want this, all this business of, and I'm not here to hurt, to offend, to upset anybody, but he doesn't want all his bloody trans and all his shite in his own country. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Now, I'm not saying that to be nasty. I'm not saying that to hurt, offend, or upset anybody. So if anybody's watched my video up until this point, well, thank you, thank you, thank you. But for others of you, you know, if you do not like me, if you're not a liking, then please move, okay? I'm in no mood for you, okay? And I'm not being nasty. I'll just say it the way it is. You know, he doesn't want that in his country. Now, if we look at like China, Thailand and things like that, right, now we know that other things are rocked and rolled in different countries. Do we not? Yes, we do. See? First time, look at that. My lights have actually flipping dropped. Look at that, everybody. See what I'm saying to you? Please pay attention because the lights are going to flipping go out, okay? That's never ever happened before on any video I've ever done, my delicious little babies. I know what I'm talking about now, yes? Oh, sorry, my delicious little babies, yes? I'm not going to take this video down anyway. But what I'm saying to you is that sometimes, you know, leaders can go into something, okay? I mean, let's take a look at our Mr. Gaddafi, yes? So, yes, if we look at all the years that he, you know, ruled, there we go, his country, yes? And yes, he probably had a number of whatever he had. Anyway, I'm not going to, you know, we just know where to draw the line, really. Do you understand what I'm saying to you, yes? But he never deserved to have what was done to him, even though other things had taken place when someone is brainwashed and then they're given this, that and the other. But in the end, your man there was living in a tent. What is that telling everybody, my delicious little babies? And I'm not pointing, that's rude. What is that telling you? Do you see what I mean? You have to read in between the lines when somebody has full and plenty. Okay, sometimes all they want to do is go and flipping live in a tent. They don't want all that shite. Do you see what I'm saying to you, yes? It's like when you look at, let's take a look. Okay, we'll go on to Saddam Hussein, yes? I mean, he was more, I mean, his son was flipping putrid, weren't he? Wasn't he, sorry? Well, of course, I mean, I do believe he met his flipping passing, didn't he? But there's an old-fashioned saying, isn't there, my delicious little babies? You live by the sword, you're surely going to flipping pass by it. You're going to die by it. I do not like these words, but anyway. Okay? So, some can be more wicked than others, if you know what I'm saying, yes? But if the situation, thank you, dear Spirit, is pumped up and pumped up, how I love you so, is pumped up and pumped up. Do you see what I'm saying to you, yes? But when I was looking at Mr. Putin here now, well, he has a stability. I mean, even my own daughter, my eldest daughter, God bless her, how I love my beautiful and delicious little daughters. Well, she went to karate as well. Now, she, you know, she could have made the black belt, but what happened was she didn't want to, and it wasn't because of anything else. She could have done it if she wanted to, yes? But what happened is that she was too busy trying to make her dad happy. She just, with my beautiful dear eldest daughter, and I'm speaking from the heart now, my delicious little babies, and this video will go out to my dear beautiful little daughters as well. It's like, because her dad, you know, he wanted her to make sure that she could look after herself and do everything else. Do you see what I mean? But in her heart, you know, she goes so far and she didn't want to go any further. There's a reason why I'm saying everything what I'm saying. And there's a reason why I'm putting this video out to you all today, my delicious little babies, who are even so very kind. So thank you once again to even listen to me. She went as far as she could go. Not as far as she could go, sorry. Rewind and start again. She could have gone a lot further, but she just didn't want to do it. She just said, you know, I'm all right the way I am. Do you see what I mean? So if we look at it, let me put it in this way. You know, when you've got a parent and then you've got where they recruit, hello, the little bands. Do you see what I'm saying to you? In order to conduct their dirty work. And I'm not saying that about parents out there, so please, you've got to understand the way I'm rocking and rolling here with my old noddle. What I'm saying is, if you look in life, it's like, okay, let me put it this way so that everybody's understanding me, my delicious little babies, yes? I'm trying to put it in a different way. Sometimes, like I said, I'm not the most diplomatic. The way that I come out with things, sometimes it can come out all wrong, but it is not meant to come out all wrong, okay? It's just that I need to be able to... Anyway, I know what I mean. And I'm not going to apologise for it, okay? Because for those of you wonderful, juicy and beautiful and delicious little babies, please God, dear God, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, our dear Creator, you're going to get me, okay? Bang, bang, bang. Yes, you're going to understand what I'm saying. So if you look at parents in the world, let's use another example. You have parents in the world, yes, and they, say, for example, they want their beautiful little band to be the most magnificent mathematician in the world, or the most magnificent violinist in the world, or the magnificent scientist in the world. So what do? They keep pushing it until in their minds, the parents, that they want to see their, you know, their little son or daughter to become the greatest. Do you see what I'm saying to you? So another song that I just want you to listen to, my delicious babies, that's just come into my old nozzle. I've got that album as well. In fact, the 1 year I was bought the 2 albums, 2 CDs from 2 different, yes, okay. So, and it's R. Kelly, you know, the greatest. Please take a listen to that, please, and thank you, my delicious little babies. That's just come into my old noddle, okay? And please, if you listen to that song, flipping, it's a brilliant song. I mean, whatever's gone on in his life, I mean, nobody's going to know everything, as nobody knows everything about anybody's life, okay? What I'm saying to you is, getting back to the matter in hand, is that you want them to be the greatest, don't you? So what have you seen, if we're all honest with ourselves, my delicious little babies, and there's always somebody on one street, on one road, who sees it over the decades, because I have, you know, if a parent's unhappy with the band, that, oh, you're not achieving this, you're not achieving that, they get really upset. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? And over the years on my phone lines, I'm telling you straight, bang, bang, bang. I've had, you know, you women there come on the old dog and bone to me because they want their dear sons, God bless them. You know, I have to be careful what I say, you know, to go into certain professions, and they've done this, they've done that, they've done the other. There's method in my madness, what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies, yes. But let's look at this another way. If we're looking at them who run the world, yes, and that they've got their little, you know, the little bands who they're fishing out. Do you understand what I mean? Fishy, fishy, fishy. Do you see what I'm saying to you? To go and do what they want to do. And then, of course, when that time comes and maybe that little fish is thinking, you know what, I just do not want to live this life anymore. I just want to have peace, love and harmony. There we go. I just do not... I'm so sick and tired of living this life like this. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Get back to the karate. You see, I believe that you are Putin there, Mr. Putin. He can well look after himself. Do you get me? He doesn't need... So, you know, he may need 2 or 3. Okay, let's just, you know, rock and roll with that, yes? But let me tell you, he can look after himself, you man there. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies, yes? So what I'm saying to you is, at the end of the day, my delicious little babies, yes, is that I do honestly, please, dear God, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, dear God, I do not believe that they're going to achieve this. Because what's actually happened is, if we look at this in a larger light, yes? So one has to look at this for what it is, bang, 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 yes? Is that Ukraine has been exposed, there we go, for what they really are. So let's look at it now. On my Crimbo video, I only went like that, but let's get down to the nitty gritty of all of this. It's all human trafficking. There's dear ladies, God bless their beautiful dear souls, as we're speaking right now, who are in very nasty situations. As we're speaking right now, as I'm talking on my video to you, my delicious little babes. And yes, I'm very passionate about this. Okay? So there's been a lot of this going on with all of these different countries and Prague and all of them. And then obviously, you know, you got your old Germany. Do you understand what I mean? You see, the thing is, they have to keep certain afloat to keep things going. Do you get me? I know what I'm talking about because I've done years of flipping research on this. I'm so sorry everybody, right? But this is where I'm really getting flipping agitated, because at the end of the day, I really try my best to stay calm and collected on every video. I really do. I have my odd meltdowns, as everybody knows. But at the end of the day, I've known for flipping damn well years what's been going on here. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? And every single flipping politician, the putrid, and every single prime minister and president, right? It's just a name. It means flipping jack shite. It means nothing. Do you see what I mean? They know what's been going on. And you got some who are follow the leader, yes, because they just want to get their, you know, whatever their fetish, see what I'm saying, you know, whatever their flipping, there we go, whatever their fetish is, or whatever it is they want, yes? Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little baby? So I'm going to be honest with you, no, I do not agree with communism. No, I do not. And I'm the first one to say that. However, there are things with Mr. Putin, and I have said over the months on my videos that he seems to be the only one who seems to have blooming common sense when it comes to having a conversation, which is true. Do you see what I'm saying to you? There's others who've got no flipping ounce of common sense at all. I mean, it's like, I've seen, when was it, this morning or yesterday morning? I mean, I do not follow the box in the corner of the room. Everybody knows that I do not follow it, for all my delicious little babies, and anybody who knows me knows this. But, you know, Boris Twat Johnson is a flipping twat. The biggest twat flipping going. I do not care what anyone tells me. Aries intelligence, Aries this. Oh, right, okay. Well, if we look at intelligence, right, and look at the way that they're flipping behaved, and for half of them are taking the old jab, yes? All right? You see, what is our definition of intelligence? This is all that I want to know. If somebody can please answer me, please comment, okay? Because this is all that I want to know. But getting back to your flipping piece of shite there, and he's asking everyone to clap, apparently. Clap, clap, clap. For Ukraine. To have the lights out. Is he having a flipping laugh? And for those out there, and anybody happens to stumble across my channel, my delicious little babies, I'm not going to take this back, you flipping twats. To put up with that shite. What is wrong with you? What? When I seen this, I don't know if it was yesterday evening or this morning. I think it could have been yesterday evening, actually. I'm so sorry, my delicious little baby. I just get really annoyed, okay? But to put It's just like, you know, when everybody's putting rainbows down. You see, I've seen it. I was even telling when I was walking with my beautiful and delicious little Ruby Tuesday, and I was saying, well, what you out banging the saucepan? What are you doing all this for? Are they doing anything for anybody now? Very few and far between. It's all brainwashing, programming. And when others flipping get a grip, not those, my delicious little babies who are woken up to this, but I'm talking about the majority who are not blooming listening. You know what? We're coming out to the end of this year, my delicious little babies, yes, and I am going to keep going. I'm not going to stop. No, I'm not. Because all of this putrid needs to be called out big time, okay? But what I'm saying to you is this, and I've felt this for a while now, right? Not only because of what I've watched, what I've seen, no. Something in my old noddle said, look at something, look at this, look at that, look, go into this, go into DuckDuckGo, look at this. Do you see what I'm saying? You see, it's like the putrid, we know who, right? It's like they're wanting to plan some sort of an assassination, yes, okay? Well, that doesn't mean no, right? At the end of the day, they're wanting to plan something, right? Because it's like they want others to shut their mouths. Do you see what I'm saying to you? This is what it's all about. But I have a feeling they've got a very large problem, which I feel with your old Mr. Putin. Do you see what I mean? Because even though they've had to play the game, let's just say, all the leaders all over the world, right? And they've had to play the games. This is what war is, isn't it? But eventually it comes back to circle, 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 back to those. Do you see what I'm saying to you? But when you get ones who do not want to play the game, if you look at Mr. Gaddafi and you look at Saddam Hussein, even though, I'm sure that they've done, which they have, I'm not going to go into this, they've done many things, yes, but like I say, you live by the sword, you die by it, but at the end of the day, I do not like that saying, but we have to say it. But the fact of the matter is that they were drawn in to this little world. It's like a little cocoon, isn't it? And that's what they were drawn into, yes? But when they try to come away, there we go. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Oh, they're not liking it. It's like mommy, daddy doesn't like baby going. Do you understand what I mean? And you actually see it in real life, When you look at your average run-of-the-mill mothers and fathers out there, and you get somewhere they just want to grab hold of their little sons or daughters and they don't want to let them go. So whoever they meet, whoever their sons and daughters meet, mommy and daddy do not like them. Oh, not a liking. Oh, not up to scratch. Do you see what I'm saying to you? It's a bit like this situation. It's very much like this situation. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes? But it doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, one way or another, this will get solved. But I do not believe, I would be shocked to high heaven to see anything happen to Mr. Putin. I do not believe for 1 minute anything's going to happen, because the realisation is, everybody, you see, he is stronger than that. Yes. So yes, he played the game for a number of years, just like other prime ministers, other what do they call them, presidents and leaders? Yes, played the game. But now the tables are there we go, are turning, aren't they? But if somebody does not want that in a country, I mean, if Mr. Putin does not want men. Which this is the gospel truth now, my delicious little babies. I'm not being disrespectful and nasty to anybody out there. I'm just speaking, dear God, Jesus Christ of Nazareth loves the truth. If he doesn't want men walking around, with being whatever it is, yes, and acting as women, yes, where they could go and rape women and go and do all of these nasty things and rape little bairns. I'm not being nasty, dear God, Jesus Christ, Nazareth, my beautiful, delicious little babies. I'm just speaking the truth. Dear God, once again, loves the truth. If he doesn't want that, well, what's wrong with that? I mean, please do not get me wrong, like I'll repeat once more before I leave the video, I do not agree with communism, with, you know what I mean, this terrible control. No, I do not, in any country. But really, you know, if you do not want this, that or the other, it's like in our neck of the woods in the old UK. So it's all right for a man to dress in a frock, in a flipping dress, everybody, my delicious little babies, yes? And to go into a flipping girl's toilet. What the hell is all that about? I tell you what, they'd be very flipping lucky if they never got flipping chinned. There we go. See, my shoulders went up when I just said that, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I mean? You put a man in there, it could be a pervert, it could be a paedophile, it could be anything. And I'm just saying it, my delicious little babies, the way it is now. So to end my video, please take from it, my delicious little babies, what you will. But no, I happen to agree with, which I do, with Mr. Putin. And I know that there may be some of you out there, okay, you're all going to have your different views, my delicious little babies, that's up to you. But when we actually look at it, it's like we've all been imprisoned anyway from the time that we were flipping born. Even for the ones of us, our delicious little babies, it was not even a twinkle in the eye for decades. But nobody can say that everything that our Mr. Putin does is wrong. No. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies, okay? It's just that he doesn't want all this business in his own country, and I'm not being nasty about anybody's sexuality. I'm not here to hurt, offend or upset, but I'm just saying, you know, it's not all about where you have this and that. It's about, you know, some of these are dirty men, you know. And not only that, you get flipping dirty women as well, where they're up to these nastiness, and this has been going on for decades. But these who rule the world want to bring out so much nastiness. So much nastiness. They're so bitter inside. Do you understand what I mean? But, you know, they're giving out information big time. But like I said, if they were so clever, they have to look at us, don't they? Because if they want to eliminate us, well, who are you left with? I've said this long time anyway, for flipping years. Do you understand what I mean? I don't need to look on no flipping other YouTube channels to know. I've been saying it for a bloody long time. Do you see what I'm saying to you? They cannot get rid of everybody's all these robots. Do you see what I'm saying to you? You know, to cook, clean, iron and wash and that. Do you see what I'm saying? But eventually you would need man and woman contact. Do you see? So to me, they're putting out more. Do you see what I'm saying? So really, can we say, the heat is on. What's that song? The heat is on, the heat is on. Was that a 1980s? Who sang that? Was it, oh gosh, can't think of them now. It's not Foreigner. Is it Go West? Sorry, my delicious little babies, I'm not pointing, it's rude. Is it Go West? The heat is on. The heat is on. Is on the street. The heat is on. Or it could be, I think it could be Go West, you know. I could be wrong, my delicious little babies. Please look up that song, okay? Because it could be, because if you look at looking back over my shoulder. You know that Go West? Looking back over my shoulder. I know what I'm talking about, my delicious little babies. I just cannot get the right tune right now, but I know the song. it could be over. I never wanted to say goodbye. Yes, this is what's going on. Do you see what I'm saying to my delicious little babies? It's like the break from them, from mother, father to baby. Do you see what I'm saying? They're not alike. Do you see what I'm saying? Oh, yes. Positive mental attitude at all times, my delicious little babies. I know that I appear like I'm a header. Okay, well, I'm not. There's nothing wrong with me. I mean, when I say that, I'm a little bit, of a header here and there. Yes, I am, in a nice way, but if we talk about serious things, no, I'm flipping not. Do you know what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Anyway, so that's the video. Oh, gosh, please take the notice. So on that note, because I do have my wonderful, beautiful, everything permitting, God love her, my beautiful and delicious dear little friend Kaz coming on New Year's Eve to come and join me for a few hours. So we're going to put out a little video, okay? So we're just going to have a little bit of a laugh, a little bit of fun. We'll probably have a little bit of seriousness. But, we just want to, bring the new year in with some sort of goodness. Bang, maybe. Okay, just depending. There we go. Shoulders going across my shoulders. Okay. So, until that time, my delicious little babies, my lights are going to go off now. So, no more now until New Year's Eve, my delicious little babies. So, thank you, so very much for even taking the time to listen to my video. I'm not saying it to hurt, offend or upset anybody of any gender, whatever they choose to be. But like I say, man or woman, that's it. Okay, that's what I stand by. Okay, there we go, yes. So, but looking at other things, I see things most positively. So we must lift the vibration, lift the spirits, lift the frequency and have a super duper delicious time wherever you are in the world, okay? And please pink for love, okay? And then we've got white for light, okay? So on that note, so much love to you all, my delicious little babies. Please keep hugging, kissing everybody who you can. I mean, obviously, some of you cannot. Do you understand what I mean? Maybe shake their hands or maybe tap them on the shoulder. Do you understand what I mean? But just, we've got to keep our spirits high because this is what they are not liking. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? I'm so sorry that the video has gone on for so long, but you know what? I make sure that I get my point out well and clear. Okay, my delicious little babies. So on that note, much love. God bless. Take care. Till my next video. God bless. Thank you. Bye-bye.